Caretaker Matt here. It's been a little bit since I made a video. I've been redoing this part of the workbench into the shining bar, which will be heavily featured in a lot of videos coming up. So I've been focusing on that. I nicked myself shaving, so I had to go back to formula, which prompted my 14-year-old daughter to say, "What is wrong with your face?" So I've got that going for me. I wanted to talk about a movie called In the Company of Wolves. This is a 1984 horror film slash fantasy featuring the one and only Angela Lansbury, who most people didn't think did a horror movie like Bing Crosby. They had no idea she did a horror movie. This is a very artsy horror movie, very highbrow, I would say. But the reason I want to talk about this film, one, they actually turn into wolves in this, not werewolves. It's actual wolves, not the American Werewolf in London werewolf, just actual wolves. But the second reason, the most important reason for me, is this movie cover right here. This movie cover epitomized in a time in which you would go to a place to actually have to rent movies on VHS, and you went in on a Friday night with mom and dad, and I went straight for the horror section. This movie epitomized what a movie box cover can do to get me to want to watch it. That shot of that wolf coming out of that guy's mouth made me want to watch that movie. I didn't care what it was about. I didn't care anything. I didn't flip the box over to read about it. I saw that wolf coming out of that mouth and said, I need to see that movie. And the best part is, it gets paid off in the actual movie. They actually do the scene in so many horror movies where you get a movie box cover, chopping mall, where you're led to believe it's about one thing, and boy oh boy is it not about that. This movie actually pays off the visual on the cover, and it's probably the best scene in the movie because it's in the heyday of practical effects, and that thing actually comes out of the guy's mouth, and it's not bad. It looks pretty good. So if you don't have anything against like an artsy kind of fairy tale wolf movie, definitely check this one out. It's on Shudder right now, and it's worth watching just for that scene alone. It's a pretty good movie, but like I said, in a day in which you would actually have to pick movies off a shelf and rent them, there was nothing like seeing a really cool movie box cover to get you to want to pick it. And this one really epitomizes what a really well done illustration, being an illustrator myself, what a really well done illustration can do to get you to want to watch that movie. So this is Caretaker Matt, over and out.